Welcome to the Aligning Imperfectly podcast, where spiritual awakenings get messy, healing gets honest, and perfection gets kicked to the curb. We're your hosts, Kirsten Morley,
and Bo Morley,
a couple of recovering rule followers learning to trust our intuition, unravel religious conditioning, and figure out who the heck we are now. If you've ever felt like you're waking up in the middle of your life wondering, wait, what am I doing here? You are not alone. This is your permission slip to question everything, embrace the chaos, and align anyway, imperfectly, of course. Questions I had to ask myself while deconstructing. So we're going to put the video up here so you guys can see it as well. It is by Life Beyond Belief. I actually don't know her name, but she is very articulate when it comes to the stuff that she's talking about. Because, yeah. Anyways, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Turn the other cheek or set boundaries.
So, questions I've had to ask myself while deconstructing Christianity. I personally questioned some of these, but a lot of them I was just like, oh, it's nice that she actually puts it side by side and actually compares it. So turn the other cheek or set boundaries. What's healthier?
I think there's a time and a place for both.
Yeah.
Go the second mile or go no contact.
Was that the
Go the
second mile was like the Romans soldiers were allowed to give their heavy item to Jews to carry 1 mile.
Yeah.
And if they went over that, the Roman soldiers would get in trouble.
Yeah. So it's like holding them accountable for like if they actually take advantage of them.
So go the second mile or what?
Or go no contact. But the thing is that in Christianity,
it's like go the extra mile.
Go the extra mile.
Oh, okay.
Or go no contact.
Oh, it's kind of like be the bigger man or go no contact.
Yeah. Or allow yourself to like set the boundary of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Remain meek in hopes to inherit the earth, or take up space and recognize your power.
It's literally like they're literally opposites.
Like pattern interrupts. That one slaps. Like that.
Exactly. Yes. Take up space or recognize your power. Or it was
Is this a trick question? Because that's what it feels like.
That's so funny because...
Take up space or what was the opposite?
No. Oh, sorry. Remain meek in hopes to inherit the earth.
Oh, it's kind of like delaying your reward and
but...
sacrificing like living in the present.
Yeah. Or...
I'd rather take up space.
Or take up space and recognize your power.
And recognize my power, yeah. I'd rather do that because...
It literally feels like walking on eggshells to be meek. Like, what's the point in that?
That's what do you mean by that?
What?
What do you mean by that?
By what?
What you just said.
It feels like walking on eggshells.
To be meek?
Yeah. It's like keep, sweet, pray, and obey.
Yeah, it's suppressing like your actual true intuition.
Not just intuition, but like your entire authentic self.
Yeah. So keep, sweet, pray, and obey, or...
Remain meek in hopes to inherit the earth. I don't even know what that even means. What does it even mean to inherit the earth? I never understood that.
I think it's like you shall have all that God has if you are obedient and...
Don't we already have everything that he has?
Not according to the scriptures.
Or take up space and recognize your power.
We're not worthy of it yet.
Yeah, we are.
Take up space and remember your power.
Recognize your power.
Recognize your power.
I like that.
Is it really hard for the rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven because he's wealthy? Or was this religion intended to keep poor people poor and to convince them that there was a heavenly reward so that the rich could be successful in the here and now?
Seems that way.
It literally just feels like men manipulating you in the here and now so that they can have the riches.
Yeah, it's kind of like the calling on election made sure. It's not really about like being flawless enough to have your calling on election made sure. It's if you are in connection with the higher ups in the church and if you have lots of money, then you're more likely to probably have your calling on election made sure and then have your wife wash your feet and you don't wash hers. Like, sounds kind of fucked up.
It does. Do you even know what they do for the promises for that?
Did I go completely off the beaten path there?
Yep.
Yeah, it kind of has something to do with it.
It does. No, it does. It's teaching people to stay poor.
Yeah, it's kind of like just feeding off of other people's oppression and taking advantage of the meek and the poor or the vulnerable, the people that actually need the support. And you see that with like missionary work a whole ton. And so many missionaries in the Mormon church, they go out to these third world countries and they preach to people that can't even like provide for their families. They can't even like, they don't even have a house. Like that they should pay their tithing before they get their kids
10%
food.
of, yeah,
It's just like so.
messed
And
up.
then they claim it's all about faith.
But it's not.
Wild.
I think she just said it best. Just, it's keeping the rich successful in the here and now, and it's keeping the poor poor.
Right.
Is the love of money the root of all evil, or is the abuse of power the root of all evil?
Oh, I love this one so much because it's let me get my thoughts together here. They say that the money is the root of all evil, but it's not, because money is literally just neutral, just sitting there. Like if you have $100, it's just sitting there, and it's
Just amplifies who you are.
yeah, magnifies who you are.
Whether you're bad, you're
what you
going to
do
be
with it.
more bad.
Exactly.
Like appearingly.
Yeah.
More evil or bad.
Yeah. It's going to show you true colors. So it's really the money is not the root of all evil, because if I were to get $1.2 million, what am I going to do with it? Is my intention to...
It'll just amplify your current intentions, probably.
Yeah.
You'll be able to use that as a tool for what you're intending to do with your energy and your focus.
Am I going to go hire a hitman, or am I going to go make a healing center?
Oh, it depends. Depends on somebody did something.
Anyway. Okay, next one.
Is it best to deny yourself or to love yourself?
You know what I find so crazy is that they teach like, oh, I'm unworthy, but God made you the way that you are. So did he make a mistake, or did he make you the way that you are on purpose? Because you need to be that way, because you're whole just existing like that.
Right. What was it again?
Is it best to deny yourself or to love yourself?
Oh, this one hits hard for me because it's like...
Why?
So I based all of my kindness and directed all of my desires to help others as a way to eventually like take care of myself. So like it's almost promised that if you lose your life in the service of God, so serving others, then you will eventually find yourself. And and it makes no sense, but that's kind of what you like live and die by, is whatever the scriptures say and how it's taught to you.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like indoctrinated into the church. And I have found the opposite to be true for me.
Same here, actually.
It's like you can't give the most of the good that you have to give for others until you are taking care of yourself.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, if it's the analogy of like filling up your bucket. I like to see it as like a teacup, but a big teacup. So you have to fill it. You have to take care of yourself.
A big teacup
with a plate underneath. Okay, So you have to fill up your cup, and in order for you to give to others, like the only thing that you should give to others is your overflow.
Yeah.
Because if your teacup has cracks in it and you're barely holding yourself together, the worst thing that you can do is literally burn yourself out so that you can't give more later.
Yeah, deny yourself.
That probably made no sense, but do you know what I'm saying though?
Kind of, yeah.
Or
so why is it most important to self-care and turn inward to
love yourself?
To love yourself to your fullest. Before you actually do that for others in your life and strangers and beyond. Why is that more important?
Because the more that you take care of yourself, the more that you can take care of others. Like, to me, that just makes sense, because if your bucket's not full, if you're not taking care of yourself, then you're giving out of, it feels like scarcity.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like lack. Yeah. Yeah. It feels like you're giving out of lack. And if you...
So you're giving, but it's not like...
But it's almost not from a place of being genuine. So maybe it is, but...
It sounds like the visiting a home teaching of the church. They have to like pair up and then hold you accountable so that you actually...
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. But if you think about it, like if you're not able to give, if you're not in a good place to give, you're going to give not as good vibes. But if you're like in a very good place and you're taking care of yourself, then those vibes can be more genuine and a lot more sincere, and you could probably even give
have
more,
a larger impact.
Larger impact.
It goes further. Your energy goes further.
Yep.
So it compound over time and make a bigger difference anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, next one.
Should we be seeking first the kingdom in the sky that no one has actually seen with their own eyes? Or should we be more concerned about the earth we're actually living on and protecting it and caring for it as we should?
Well, this one always bothers me because it's almost like we're promised an unseen,
The
an
planet.
unseen reward. And then it creates a lot of anxiety because you are uncertain if where you stand the whole time. And then you spend your whole life in this anxiety-ridden, uncertain state, obeying out of fear and hopes that you're doing enough versus embracing like the present and treating each moment like it is like a heavenly reward, because with it, and it fosters like gratitude as well when you have that mindset and approach to life.
Yeah.
That's something that I've noticed. It just makes no sense to shoot for a goal that you don't even know you're going to be able to get and then just pretend like you're going to be getting it.
It's kind of like preparing for a camping trip that you don't know, like you're just always preparing for it, and then that was a really bad analogy. Actually,
It's okay.
do you get what I'm saying though? It's like you're always preparing for it, but you're like, nobody's actually gone on the camping trip. So like, do they actually know what's going to be there? Have they been there before? No. So why should we take their word for it? But
Yeah.
it's
I've heard it put in a lot of different good ways of like how absurd and just it's almost insane to subscribe to the idea that your whole life is spent
preparing for the next life.
preparing for what's next and you don't enjoy the now.
Yeah. Did you
Because all we have is like
right now?
right now.
Right
There's
now.
no like the past is gone, the future isn't now.
Yeah.
So like in essence in like reality there's like time is not a thing.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I don't know where I got this from, but they say that anxiety, when you're always preparing for the future, anxiety is created when you're constantly thinking about the future. You're putting yourself in the future, and if you are keeping yourself in the past, then it creates a lot of depression because there's nothing that you can do about the past.
Right.
So the only thing that we can personally do as human beings is live in the moment now.
Right now, yeah.
So I think that's why so many people in the church have so much anxiety about heaven and the future, is because they're always being forced to think about the future and to prepare for the future. And like, there's nothing you can really do about that.
Even though it's not like, it's very subtle the way that it's done. And the whole thing, the whole like plan of salvation in the Mormon church specifically is like give up your life and put all of your time and attention and all the resources that you have to the building up of God's kingdom, and eventually you'll be happy and you won't have to sacrifice so much. It's just like,
how do they know that?
Right. Anyways,
no,
it's wild. Anyways, I'd rather
live in the now.
Live in the now, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least try and figure that out and do better at it. It is a challenge.
Yeah. Well, when you're indoctrinated your entire life to believe that you have to prepare for the future, prepare for the next life, prepare for this, prepare for that, like, it's hard to kind of get out of that. Mm-hmm. I do have to say that it's nice to feel like we have a lot more control over our future.
Yeah. Even though, like, I embrace the uncertainty of it.
Yeah. Okay. Next one.
Should we be so terrified of what happens after we die? Or should we be more terrified of what happens if we don't start truly living?
Ooh.
Period.
Amen.
Period. That literally just sums up everything that we were just saying.
Yeah, I find more peace trying to figure out how to live more fully now versus worrying about what's going to happen after I'm dead.
Yep.
So.
Period. Okay, next one.
Should we take every thought captive and make it obedient to a man that we've never met? Or should we actually prioritize our mental health?
Ooh. I feel like you have had a harder time with mental health than I have. Don't get me wrong, I've had my...
Not to compare.
Definitely not to compare. But like, I feel like in certain parts in my life, I definitely had a lot of issues, a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression. But I feel like we're just kind of on different timelines, you know?
Well, for me, the reason that maybe it may appear like I my mental health has been harder to figure out is because I think just the way that I was raised and how I like adopted the beliefs and like how I interpreted what was taught to me about, for one, mental health wasn't taught to me because I had everything with the gospel.
You had everything.
And so there was no excuse to be sad. There was no excuse to be depressed. So you dismiss any resemblance of those emotions.
Oh my gosh.
Because you are a chosen generation. You are a representative of Jesus Christ in his only true church. And you are sealed in the temple and will be in the highest kingdom of glory. So there's nothing to be sad about.
Sorry.
So that's why I don't often know how I feel.
Because you weren't taught.
Because you ask me all the time, how do you feel today, Bo? Your reflector changes every day. So how do you feel? I can't.
Well, that's why I asked.
I have the most challenging time to put a finger on how I feel. Because I was never taught or shown or given the perspective how important it is to pay attention to your feelings.
It was
always
till you make
fake it, be positive until things are good. And any other emotions, like those are Satan, those are evil, or those are
okay.
Not you have a problem. You are the problem if you're feeling those things. That's my experience. So like that's why that one hits hard.
So the indoctrination runs deep.
It's deep. Yeah.
It's deep.
Like
you're still working
totally I was Orthodox.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the same, but I feel like I took it different, if that makes any sense.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying is like I took it different.
100% personal.
Yeah. That's because it was taught to me that way.
Yeah.
And I took things serious. Like, sorry not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But an example of that is, yeah, we had sex before we got married.
Yeah.
And I couldn't just go and get married in the temple because I took it seriously. Like, it is not okay to lie to a bishop who's called of God. Or like, if I had a pornography problem before I left on a mission, like I was going to admit it every time. And I did. And then I try to be integrable to the best I can. And it came back and bit me. Like, yeah. That's where a lot of the shame was reinforced and just like combusted in those situations.
I'm sorry.
But it's not your fault.
I see you. I love you.
I know you do. Your eyes are very beautiful. Wow. I like your makeup today.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
You're so mystical.
Thank you. But
you saw it different.
I
took it different.
I took it differently. So here's the thing, like my dad was the bishop and I don't remember the age that I was, but I do remember that
young women age.
Yeah. I remember like downplaying any like makeout sessions that I had in high school.
Yeah, like justifying what you did.
Yeah, like
it's like the whole soaking thing. I don't actually thrust, but I'm stuck in there. So I didn't actually do it.
For the record.
That's to the max. That's like an extreme example.
Yeah.
But everyone does that in their own way.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna justify this because it's a natural like urge I have.
Yeah.
And it's fun and
it is fun.
Exhilarating and yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like what was the last one? Should we take every thought captive and make it obedient to a man that we've never met, or should we prioritize our mental health? That's so.
Should we take every thought captive?
It's funny because I feel like you were taught to take every thought captive, but I like process things differently than you did. So you 100% took everything personal.
Yeah.
And there were some things that I definitely took personal, but it was different.
Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm just like serious in nature.
Yeah.
And like profound.
Yeah. I don't think it's serious. You take things seriously.
Exactly. It's more deep.
You take things literal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what they teach, though. This is literally the truth. Like, this is certain. Like, you need to get to the point where you know it. Nobody knows.
Nobody really knows. Have you been on the other side? No? Okay, then you don't really know what it's like on the other side. Anyways, next one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we go see our pastor and ask for counseling, or should we go find a trusted mental health professional and start therapy?
Okay.
I could go down a rabbit hole on this one because bishops do not know what they're doing There is zero training. They literally hand them a book, a manual.
They're tradesmen. They have their own like profession. They're not trained for that.
Yeah.
And just because they think that they have a priesthood lineage that goes back all the way back to the Savior directly through Joseph Smith doesn't mean that you can counsel correctly.
No, because electricians, like, they're just an electrician. They don't know anything about mental health unless they're actually trained in.
Or it's based off of their own worldview.
Yeah.
And then just what they think, and they're doing the best they can. And I feel bad for bishops.
Like, I don't blame them, but at the same time,
it's just
they
a
need
broken system.
Yeah.
Like,
no, they need background
it's
checks.
a damaging system.
They need background checks because there are some bishops who are like off the wall crazy, like, give me all the little dirty details of your sexual activity.
This is where it came down to like
Yeah, please tell us.
my mental health and my mental gymnastics and cognitive dissonance in the church as an adult and being married. Like that whole like decade stretch before I left the church. It was a little more than that, but it was a total, like, it was evident to me, and I started to put the pieces together that if God called this man to be like a leader and receive revelation and be able to counsel me for God, I wouldn't be in so much confusion and be so like receive so much inconsistent help that caused me to go even deeper into what I was trying to overcome, to try and be better.
Because one week you'd be okay, but then the next week you wouldn't.
Yeah, or it's like I moved to a different ward and the bishop says a totally opposite thing than what the previous bishop did.
Could you give an example?
It's just like the little things, like, you know what? If you haven't looked at it for like 6 months, you can go to the temple with your wife. Okay, and another guy's like, just don't worry about it. As long as you're doing your best, you can go. Or like, oh, you can baptize your kid. Oh, you can't baptize your kid unless you go a year without looking at it. Or like
a whole year? That's like physically impossible.
No, not really.
I know, I'm just kidding.
But still, like, it's if he was called of God, I wouldn't be trying to wrap my mind around the inconsistencies in the counsel I was given for the same things I was trying to overcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you remember that advice that we got from that one bishop when you were having a hard time? We went in together.
Oh yeah, do it more.
Just increase your frequency.
Thank you, but like
the fuck?
I mean, gladly, but like but that's exactly what we were thinking. We looked at each other like what the heck? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, to set the scene, Bo was having an issue with
pornography, and I was down in the dumps because I was so ashamed. And Kirsten was just fed up with it because she didn't know what to do.
I didn't know what to do.
Make sense of it.
And then we went and talked to the bishop together, like we were in there together, and he was like, all right, what's the problem? And then Botox says, okay, I'm having issues with pornography, blah, blah, blah. And then the one line that he says is just increase your frequency. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Problem solved.
Well, do you remember him saying this too? He's like, you shouldn't have a problem with that because your wife is like model-like. Do you remember that?
Nope. Okay, actually, I vaguely remember that.
Like, I appreciate the compliment. That was really sketch and weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of like my mission president. I was having the same problem, but with masturbation on my mission.
Yeah.
And he's like, just throw ice down your pants when you want to do it. That'll help it. I was like, dude, you don't fucking know, do you? Like,
the fuck? Ice?
Yeah, so like it cools things down and you're just like contract.
Stops the blood flow?
Exactly, dude.
Oh.
That is what my mission president told me. Yeah. Go jump in the cold shower real quick. Oh, okay.
Especially, if you're at somebody's house. Can I use your shower?
Okay, actually, I would rather masturbate. You know?
Oh, okay. So this is my personal view on masturbation.
Do we have to go there?
No.
I think we go ahead. We can cut it out if we want.
Yeah. My personal view on masturbation is I believe it depends on your intention. Like, if you're looking at pornography and you're like, I'm going to get off on this person in this video and I'm going to objectify this lady or couple or whatever, and I'm going to get off on that, then I don't believe that's the right intention. Like, you probably shouldn't do that. That doesn't seem right to me. Okay? But if you are masturbating to connect to your body, to connect to yourself, to
Get back in your
spiritually
body.
ascend, to get back into your body, to relieve some stress, you know, whatever that looks like, I believe that that's good intentions.
There's a reason we want to do it.
Exactly. There's a reason it's there.
Like, don't shame me to the shithole
Yeah.
because I do it.
Yeah. That's
Sorry, I get mad over it because it causes me so much pain.
Yeah.
But
I hope you heal from that 100% because, and it's so crazy because once we left the church, I viewed masturbation and pornography through a different lens. Do I believe pornography is good? Not really. But do I think, I feel like it's less
shameful
to actually do it. Like, I don't believe it's okay to objectify people. Did I say that? Objectify?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe it's okay to objectify people. But on the other hand, like, I believe that you should be able to connect to your body and without shame and guilt and
yeah, like our
like,
eternal
it's your
marriage.
body.
Our
Who
eternal marriage
cares?
isn't at stake if I have a pornography problem the rest of my life, as long as I'm trying.
Yeah, that's how I see it now. Does it suck? Sometimes, yeah, because I can feel betrayed because
I chose that over you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not like justifying pornography, but at the same time, I'm not.
It just hits less hard.
Yeah, it hits different.
Different, yeah.
It hits different.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Like, I'm not as butthurt about it because, another thing is just because, like, because we left, you know how they're always like, okay, did you look at pornography today? Blah, blah, blah. So it's like, it's less of a,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Or like
The purple
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah. Scrupulosity. That could be a whole nother video. But scrupulosity is like, if somebody tells
Obsessively
thinking about something. So if you think about it, we'll just put it into an analogy. If somebody tells you not to think about a purple elephant, what are you doing now? You're thinking about a purple elephant. Okay, so if they ask you about the purple elephant every single week or every other day, did you think about the purple elephant today?
Yeah, it's like, are you dressing modestly? Are you
keeping your thoughts clean? Okay, now I'm thinking dirty thoughts. Like, you know, it's the same thing. But that's what scrupulosity is the same thing with pornography. You get the idea. But anyways, next one. That was a rabbit hole.
Should we prioritize conversations about abstinence or conversations about consent?
Oh man. That's good.
So
Trick
that's
questions. Just kidding. It's obvious.
really though, like we shouldn't be teaching our kids to just like not do it because eventually they're going to do it. We need to teach them about asking for permission, teaching about when it's okay
to do it
to
or
touch
not.
their own body, or when it's not appropriate to touch other people's bodies, or when they get to the age where they are going to start doing those things, then we need to teach them consent.
Yeah. Like
teach our boys like, hey, it's not okay to put yourself on. Teach our daughter to say, hey, it's okay to say no if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Same thing with the boys. It's okay to say no. These are my private parts. Private parts. Private parts.
These are my private parts. You cannot touch them. If you touch them, I will tell. I will tell. I will tell.
I will tell my mother, father. Anyways, we'll insert that video. It's so good.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be funny.
Insert the video.
These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts. No one should touch them. No one should squeeze them. And if you touch my private parts, private parts, private parts. And if you touch my private parts, I will tell my mother. I will tell my father. I will tell my teacher. These are my private parts, private parts, private parts. These are my private parts. No one should touch them. No one should squeeze them. And if you touch my private parts, private parts, private parts. And if you touch my private parts, I will tell my mother. I will tell my father. I will tell my teacher.
So good. So good. Anyways.
Should we teach people that they're born sinful, or should we teach them that they're born with a capacity to change the world?
Oh,
That is beautiful.
yes.
That's like pure truth right there.
Yeah.
You can I just know. Like, I feel that.
Yeah. So there is what is that called?
That's been a huge paradigm shift for me.
Yeah. So there is experiments that people have done with water, and then you freeze it. But they do it, they speak to the water and then they freeze it. And
They speak to it one of two ways, right?
yeah, so it's kind of like the same thing with plants. If you speak
Positive
to one plant and negative to the other plant, can you imagine what's going to happen to each of them? The one plant that you speak positively to is going to grow beautiful, and it's going to grow strong, and it's
straight
and then you speak negatively to the plant, to the other plant, and it's not misformed. Oh, it's misshapen. It's like not doing well. It's like droopy. Even though you're watering them the same, it's two different vibes. It's the same thing with if you
freeze
water, you speak bad things to one and then you speak positive to the other, they freeze differently.
Under a microscope.
Yeah.
It has different, it's like chaos.
Mm-hmm.
The pattern of the frozen water is chaos.
Chaos.
And then the other one is like uniform.
Yes. And I'll show a picture here because this is actually something that they teach in the emotion code, is that's what intentions are. Is your intention to create chaos, or is your intention to create uniform, beautiful things?
Yeah. Insert picture.
So if you're teaching your kids or other people that they are inherently sinful, you're bad.
It hits at a cellular level for you, the person.
Yeah. And if you teach somebody that they're inherently worthy and deserving of good things, which one's going to do better?
Yep.
Anyways, next.
Should we indoctrinate our children to believe exactly the way we believe, or should we expose them to a variety of religions and belief systems so that they don't feel pressure to choose one?
Bum, bum, bum. 100%. So it's funny because we've taught our kids the things that the Mormon church teaches and why we choose not to believe those things anymore. And it's been very interesting to tell them, like, the things that we grew up with, like, for example, purity culture. Like, oh, don't show your shoulders, don't have your legs showing in certain places, or, don't show your belly, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why? Our kids ask us so many times, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? And it kind of makes us like double take, like, oh, let me actually go back into my belief system and give them an actual reason, whether it's like, oh, we just don't do that because it's not okay, or it's not okay with society, or it's not okay because my parents told me it wasn't okay, or
I think this might be a little off topic, but I think the biggest change ever since leaving religion in my answers to the questions my kids have, like, they have deep questions, like what happens after we die, like, where did we come from, and like, it's been so relieving to be able to be okay with me not knowing and then telling them, I don't know, I'm not sure, but these are some things that people might think.
I like that.
And that's what I've done.
Yeah.
And they like the answer, and it gives them the chance to explore
for
and
themselves.
not close down, like, and narrow their mind to one idea.
That's interesting that you say that it narrows your mind, because if you only think one way, then there's no other options.
Exactly. That's what I'm avoiding, because it wasn't good for me. So yeah.
Interesting. I'm curious, what do you feel like is the biggest impact? What is the biggest problem that you have felt or noticed coming out of the church?
Biggest problem with what?
Your life. So, like,
before? Like, in the church? Or since leaving?
Since leaving.
What's the biggest problem?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like the indoctrination, like I already know that our indoctrination is deep, but like, is there something that you feel like is still hard to like grasp, or do you know what I'm asking?
Yeah, I know what you're asking. I think generally the biggest problem has been not having the blueprint set out for me to teach our kids.
Oh, I see.
So like the crutches are gone,
Yeah, because I felt like when we did go to church, it was like, oh, I don't have to teach my kids today because somebody else is going to help me with that.
It's the lazy learner way.
I like being a lazy learner. Just kidding.
Just kidding. That didn't make sense.
No.
But yeah, I
But
think
yeah.
that's the biggest thing. You just don't have the answers. You don't have answers. They're not the answers.
Yeah.
You don't have answers. But in reality, it's been nice to land in like what they call the agnostic humanity mindset.
Yeah.
Which is it's okay to not know and not put pressure on yourself to try and know the answers to everything.
Yep.
And it's been very healing for me to be able to be in that space. But that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And we're still figuring out like our own blueprint.
Yep. Because that's the thing, like.
That's very fluid and it's very, very autonomous.
Yep.
And it doesn't like cookie cutter our expectations for who our kids should be.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of blueprints for our kids, I feel like getting into astrology, it's helped me personally understand who they are better. The same thing for us, like looking up our birth charts.
That's been huge for me, like
understanding like who we are at our core, like our personalities and the way we process emotion. Like it's all, everybody's different, and I love getting into astrology and being like, oh, okay, your sun is in Gemini, you are a Gemini rising, or you know, all of these.
This is what that means. This is how you process emotions. This is what lights you up. This is what to look out for. Like,
yeah.
And
I feel like
it's yeah.
I feel like that has helped us more than going to church. Like just in the last few
because they don't
months.
teach you about yourself,
Right.
other than that you're a child of God.
And that's it.
What the fuck does that mean?
And they don't even teach about Heavenly Mother. So us as women, like we don't get to understand our divine feminine.
Amen. Yeah.
That's
never thought of that.
That's something that I've not necessarily secretly been bitter about, but I've like been resentful at, because I feel like I don't have good relationships with certain women in my life, and I blame the church for that because I was never taught how Heavenly Mother was. I was only taught you have to be a wife, you have to be a mother, you have to do this, but I'd never had like the ultimate role model like Heavenly Mother would be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not that I'm saying my mom wasn't, but
right.
You as a man had Heavenly Father, but I never had Heavenly Mother. Does that even make sense?
Yeah, and the Heavenly Father they portrayed was a genocide, like conditional loving person.
Yep.
So
and
I didn't want to.
He's not going to love you unless
you're obedient.
Yeah.
And fearful, and you keep the rules.
Right.
And I didn't want to be like that. Oh man.
And I didn't want. It's funny because they have also taught that Heavenly Mother or mothers,
the little that's been mentioned,
like
perfect example of this is in the temple. Eve was created from the rib of Adam, not from the womb of Heavenly Mother.
That's confusing.
Reprimand her on that.
Really though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what they teach.
The earth was created by two men, not a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Dafa.
Really though, like if you think about it, like if you were to wrap your mind around that, not just in the temple, but they also teach that
all that verbiage is in the Bible.
God and Jesus created the earth.
Oh, God and Michael, or Jesus and Michael.
Yeah, but like how do two men create an earth? I thought a man and a woman created things.
Anyways, they just left the woman out of it.
Yeah. And what about Lilith? Just kidding.
Ooh.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But interesting. Anything else that you want to say about?
Oh man, we got stuck on that one.
Yeah.
Is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
Dang.
So questions that I've had to ask myself while deconstructing Christianity. Is there anything that
I don't know if I could come up with my own on the spot, but it's really nice that there's somebody out there like that can help.
Kind of like put those questions in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a lot, not off the top of my head, but there's just so many questions and like things that don't line up. And
yeah, like what was the purpose of the gold plates if he didn't even use them to translate the Book of Mormon? He didn't translate it.
He didn't.
He revealed it.
He revealed it
through a stone.
It was a revelation through a rock and a hat.
Anyways, that's not the best example, but those are just the little things, but yeah, they're actually big things.
Well, yeah. What's the point of polygamy? Wait. So in So somebody pointed out that Brigham Young, because he was apparently the original one that did polygamy. Joseph Smith was. But since he was the original one that did it, he technically had 52 wives, I think.
Something like that. 50 something. Yeah.
And he averaged 1 to 2 kids
Per wife. If everybody had one wife.
But if they would have had a monogamous relationship, they would have been able to do 5 to 10 kids per couple.
Right.
So they say that it's because they needed
more
kids, but the man couldn't provide for every single woman.
He didn't have enough seed. He
The
didn't have no stamina.
math is
Blue
not
pill
mathing.
was not out yet.
The math is not mathing.
Yeah.
So
That's fun.
Anyways, there's a lot of questions that I have when it pertains to the church, but we can definitely get into that
And
later.
it's okay to ask those questions.
Yeah.
Like, doubt your doubts.
Before you doubt your
faith. Throw up all over.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for watching the Aligning Imperfectly podcast. I am Bo Morley.
I'm Kirsten.
Signing out.
Thanks for listening to Aligning Imperfectly. If something in this episode stirred your soul, made you laugh, or made you question everything, we'd love it if you'd leave a review, share it with a friend, or just come hang out with us on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube. Until next time, stay curious, stay messy, and stay aligned.